Yes. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Yasar Ghazali, a student in Universitas Tanjung Pura or Tanjung Pura University with student ID of F1021251049. And right now I am asked to handle a task about making and doing a presentation about what is my favorite AI, what is the AI I use the most, and also my experience on using AI as an assistant in training my speaking skills in English. So yeah, this is the presentation that I'm about to begin. This presentation mainly tells about the experience of using an AI application or website. Let's tell like ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot if you use Windows, or else like maybe Grok or something or Meta as an assistant in learning and studying on every subject, including English itself, and also the experience of using ChatGPT as an assistant in learning speaking skills in English. So yeah, this is the part one, the most used AI, the AI I use the most, and also my favorite. Yeah, so my favorite AI is Gemini. Throughout my educational process and the growth of modern age, it is nearly impossible to not use the new inventions in technology, one of which is AI or artificial intelligence. There are dozens of AI to be used out there, yet my choice sticks to the AI that is handled and manufactured by Google corporations, which is Gemini AI. So why do I choose Gemini? I choose Gemini primarily because of its seamless integration with the Google Workspace ecosystem. Being able to connect directly with Google Docs, Drive, and Gmail streamlines my workflow in a way that most AI tools cannot. It is more than just a chatbot. It is an integrated productivity engine, which is also an assistant when I'm doing a research or maybe learning something and I need to open something from, let's say, my Google Docs or maybe Google Photos or maybe Google Drive, where I cannot do like, shortcuts, like tell the AI to open this file or this link if it's just a regular AI. But when I use Gemini, it can be opening file or maybe links as long as it's still the same applications or still the same website that is manufactured by Google. In another way, I personally feel that responses that Gemini gives are more professional than any other AI I've ever tried. To be honest, exactly the most professional answer that I get from AI, there are two AI. So AI that for in my opinion has the most professional answer. First is Gemini, second is Copilot. Yeah, for me, their level on giving professional answer is the same. Yet because I only have to put one of my favorite AI here, so I choose Gemini instead of Copilot because like I said before, Gemini has the advantage of linking with any other Google tools, which Copilot cannot. Well, Copilot, I think it could link with any of Microsoft tools, but to be honest, I personally rarely use Microsoft tools instead of Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, unless three of them, I rarely use it. Yeah, it also gives unrepetitive answers sometimes, unlike what other AIs like ChatGPT or Copilot do. The way it could find alternative answers instead of just forcing you to use the answer or solution it provided, even though it's not accurate with what we need. Yeah, like ChatGPT, like maybe in one case, I want to learn something, let's say a new language, and I might need, like sometimes I think learning new language using a book or using a text from a website isn't really effective for me. And ChatGPT may give me a solution. Try open this video or try do this to make you easier to for you to be get easier in learning new language. But yeah, perhaps it still doesn't suit me, and I asked ChatGPT to give me another example or another way where at first maybe it could give you another way or another path to learn, but when you try to ask to give you another way, it will give you the very first option, the very first answer that you've got. Like try learning using this same video or try learning using this same website. That's the thing that I rarely find in Gemini, unless like yeah, rarely find in Gemini, unlike on GBT, ChatGPT. Gemini assisting learning. Gemini helps me understand difficult topics by explaining them in simple words. Like whenever I'm confused, I ask Gemini questions and get clear answers instantly. When I write in English, Gemini shows me my mistakes and tells me how to make my sentence better. Gemini helps me learn new words and show me how to use them in real life situations. And yeah, that's for the part one, my favorite AI. And then part two, the use of ChatGPT on speaking practice. Okay, the experience of using AI for speaking practice. In my experience, using AI for speaking practice is quite unique and interesting. It offers support whenever we want to, and it also delivers topic for the conversations. On this occasion, I use ChatGPT and I'm asked to use ChatGPT to help me practice speaking. It delivers some interesting topics that I might not have ever thought of for speaking practice. Using AI is helpful, yet it still has some flaws. It still has some disadvantages and also advantages. Yeah, flaws, advantages, disadvantages when we use it. Because yeah, AI is just a tool. AI is just a mimic. It's not a real thing, not a biologic thing. Yeah, the experience on using AI for speaking practice, like I said before, there are some advantages and disadvantages on using AI. Like in here, the advantages that I show that AI doesn't give you pressure and also no judgment. This could be like perhaps out there some students might feel difficult to learn something like let's say math or language for in some schools if student ask the teacher or student doesn't really understand the topic, the teacher will scold them or maybe be mad on them instead of explaining them in such an easier way or teaching or explaining them in another way that they might understand. Okay, because as I said before, AI is a mimic. It's just a tool, just a robot, a coding that gives you variables. So AI doesn't show expression, it doesn't give you pressure, and also no judgment. And also AI can be used wherever and whenever you want. Yeah, like here maybe when I'm still at my home I can use AI, or maybe then I want to go somewhere with a car, maybe when I'm not driving I can use AI for learning, or maybe I can use AI for teaching me this, teaching me that. And also maybe yeah, etc when I'm still in class and I forgot my book and have questions that I want to ask but none of my friends could answer it, I could just ask AI for the answers. And then also AI give you tips for speaking. Yeah, that's the advantages of using AI for speaking practice. And now we are going to the disadvantages. Yeah, because it is AI and AI is a part of technology and technology nowadays link to the internet. So we cannot use AI if we don't have any internet connection. So yeah, it needs an internet connection. Like maybe if you are in a very remote area, like there is no internet signal, or maybe even there is no electricity, it might gives you it makes you might you may have you know you might not able to use AI because you don't have any internet connection. While AI, the very basic needs to use AI is the internet connection. And then I could have misunderstood what we wanted. So this is what I feel when I use ChatGPT for speaking practice. Like, I think I've asked ChatGPT to, please provide me something, or please teach me this or teach me that. I forgot, to be honest, because it's a very, very long time ago. Not very long time ago, but still a quite a moment ago. And it gives me an answer that I didn't look into. Yeah, it gives me another answer that I've searched for. So yeah, I could have misunderstood what we wanted. And then repetitive topics. Because yeah, this is ChatGPT, and I said in the first topic, in the first part, that ChatGPT usually gives you a repetitive answer. Perhaps this one, it only leads to ChatGPT flaws. Maybe if we use another AI, maybe like Copilot, or maybe Gemini, or perhaps Meta, it could give you a topic that is not repetitive. And then, yeah, additional info. Using AI like ChatGPT is interesting because it offers the experience of conversing or having convo with a non-human entity, while also bringing the advantages and disadvantages I mentioned earlier. Sometimes it also gives me a feeling that AI is always in a rush because they usually cut my line before I even finish it. Yeah. So like when I have I have something to say, but I having a pause, or maybe a little pause. ChatGPT is just like, it cut my speaking, it cut my my line, because I'm not done speaking, but it tried to answer. It already tried to answer, so the answer is, not perfect, imperfect, because I'm still not done speaking and it's trying to cut me. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, overall it was a unique experience. I must suggest someone who wants to learn to speak English to try it. Yeah, if I have, like friends or maybe families that interested in learning English, but they don't have a tutor, or maybe a private teacher, or maybe someone that they could ask to. So yeah, they could use AI to keep training their English. Yet I might not continue using it because, in my opinion, speaking with humans is much more impactful than speaking with AI, with artificial intelligence. Because of what? Because of they are still a mimic, a thing that is not biologically alive. That's why. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation today. Thank you for listening to my presentation. If there's any flaws, I might, I may, if there is any flaws, I'd like to ask for apologize. Yeah, and yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for listening to my presentation.